with a quick recap. We're going to kick it to my guy, Gordo Gambles. If you guys aren't aware, right now we are live streaming simultaneously on my channel, Liam Picks Fights, as well as the Plays and Fades YouTube channel. We got plenty of people checking in from there. If you haven't already, make sure you get subscribed. Make sure you show some love to our guy, Gordo Gambles, over there, putting out great content on these fights each and every week. So shout out to Gordo. Please let the people know what you've got going on this week in terms of content. And also, what's your wrap up on this card, my man? What do you think is the summary in terms of the fights for you?
Yeah, for sure. As always, man, I love talking these Dana White Contender Series bouts with you. It's been a few years going on, and it's always something to look forward to. So hopefully we're able to close out the year strong. Again, Plays the Fades YouTube channel. I also do work with Established to Run. So big UFC pay-per-view card coming up. A lot of content, busy time of year, and you can't complain because we got some good fights, and I'm looking forward to them. As for this DWCS Week 8 card, we get the fight I started with a Canadian, one where we want to see him succeed. We are still searching the next George St. Pierre, the next guy to go out there. And unfortunate news, I don't necessarily think Christian Savoy is that guy. I know, hot take this week. I don't think he's the next GSP coming out there, but what he is a brawler, a Newfie brawler, who I do think has a lot of power in a spot like this. Is going to be the more battle-tested guy, the guy you do not want to run into at a bar, but is facing a very hyped-up prospect here for good reason. A guy in Smith who does have a college wrestling pedigree, a very good one at that. Someone who has fallen in love with his hands recently, but a guy who I do think is the A side of this matchup, very talented. I do think for that reason, Jacobe Smith should be favored. I love Christian Savoy when he does give up those takedowns. I do think Smith should be able to go out there and have success, use that physicality, have the better hand speed on the feet as well, and win this fight at a high clip. I see some value potential in that submission line for Smith at plus 1,000. We'll see where the lines climb to. Finney, Er-Ramy, I like Finney. I truly do. Do not get me wrong, but I think the line is wide. Finney is being chirped by someone like Dana White, being told to go out there and do more. And I do think Er-Ramy is someone who can go out there and string with him. Torres Finney has been hurt. He's been put in precarious situations. And if he wants to go out there and entertain someone like Dana White, Er-Ramy's not the best guy to go out there and swing with. And I do think Er-Ramy has KO capabilities. I think he can win this fight more than the line entails. And I also think the under is a good look. I love Finney, but in a matchup like this, I think the line's wide and there's some value on the underdog. The next one's one I think is a very close fight. David Martinez, Xavier Franklin. I think the striking, the ability to control range, the lateral movement, the leg kicks, some of Martinez that kind of thing can win on this fight. I do think there's the better minute winner for that regard. And I do think he is someone who has the capability to go out there and win this fight. Xavier Franklin, I think, is someone who is still improving his game, does potentially have more grappling upside, but in a fight that I think is going to be a 15-minute kickboxing affair where the guy who manages range better is going to get it done, I do favor the experience, the pedigree, and the versatility of someone like David Martinez get it done, and he's my slight pick in that matchup. Alberto Montes, I don't think neither guy is necessarily going to make waves in the UFC. I think Montes just has more ability to get it done. He's more well-rounded. Calderon is a very slick submission grappler, but I do think Montes has more ability to go out there and use his versatility. I do not like the defensive skill set of Calderon. I think he's hittable on the feet. I think he's there to be rocked, and I do think that Montes has more ability to mix it up with different levels, utilize some kicks, utilize some powerful punches, and I do think the KO line for Montes is wide. However, a low-level affair. Do not put too much of your hard-earned money on it. In the main event, I do think it's a very close one. Like Pierce alluded to, the striking is there for Bartosz. I think he's a very solid striker, very physical athlete as well. But I do think in this matchup, Diyar has more paths going to get done. I like his grappling. I like his ability to push the pace, utilize his physicality, and win minutes that way. And I think in the spot here where he can compete with looping shots as well, the wrestling will set him apart. Very good ground and pound ability to go out there and take that top position. And I do think at a pick, I'm gun to my head, I do pick the Kazakhstan prospect. So give me Diyar in that one. Very fun fight. I know people ask for Hail Marys all the time, so mine's pretty simple this week. 2 legs, both plus money. Give me Jacobe Smith sub and Alberto Montes KO. A plus 1,000 with a plus 500. It's a Hail Mary for a reason.
I absolutely love it. Killing the game today, Gordo. Killing the solo shot live transitions as well. Plays and Fades YouTube channel. Go show some love. The Great White North, our brother from another, Gordo Gambles. We've been doing this a lot of years. We've been doing it at a pretty high level, in my humble opinion. So if you guys enjoy the content, drop a like over here. If you've got the due diligence, the bandwidth, go over and drop a like on the Plays and Fades YouTube channel. Show some love over there, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you want great knowledge about mixed martial arts, DraftKings, daily fantasy, go ahead and get that knowledge from our guy Gordo. And if you don't mind, show some love on Establish the Run for our guy Gordo as well. Putting out a great product with our guy Brett Apley, another sharp mind in the space. So shout out.